What's up guys, welcome to episode 112 of Dragon Ball Super. Today I wanted to go into three main points. And that is number one, Cabba as a character, his spoilers for episode 112, elimination from the Tournament of Power. Number two, the side elements of the episode, including Goku, Piccolo and Gohan, and of course Caulifla. Which brings me to number three, contrivances. So beginning the story of this episode, we have Goku looking at Jiren, and he's getting attacked by a few robots. Now, I can see how he could last a tiny bit against these guys, but realistically, they should be able to mop the floor with him and eliminate him just like that. Now, they do point out that Piccolo and Gohan are tied up against the Universe 6 Namekians, but the way Gohan words it, it's like, dude, don't you care about your dad? He's getting his ass kicked over there. And you're like, no, he'll be fine. I mean, as if they could just go and help anyway, because these Universe 6 Namekians are super powerful. But we'll get into that a little bit later. We move on to Kale and Caulifla, who get attacked by Monna, a fairly new character from Universe 4. And I'm like, okay, so they are trying to rest. They should be pretty well rested up by now. And then Cabba steps in and he's like, I'll take care of this. You guys go piss off and save your stamina. Go rest up even more. And Caulifla's like, no, we can take her. And I'm like, yes, stay. Attack her 3-on-1. Why are you leaving Cabba by himself when you have 3 people to attack one person and have the ability to eliminate her almost immediately, especially with Caulifla as a Super Saiyan 2? So Kale and Caulifla leave Cabba needlessly by himself to fend off Monna. So they begin fighting, and it is pretty interesting, especially with this giant bowling ball and completely overwhelming Cabba as a Super Saiyan. And I think they did a really good job with showing and conveying how overwhelmed he was, especially with his facial expressions. I think they did a really good job with the facial expressions in this episode, especially from Cabba. And come to think of it, the Tournament of Power has kind of had a thing for rolling things. You know, we have giant bowling ball Monna, we had the one guy from Universe 11 who could like change his weight, and we also had Rebran who does her roly-poly attack. But while she is overwhelming Cabba, she almost eliminates him, and it seems like he falls far out of the ring. But the next thing we see, he's just hanging right off the ledge, like a foot from it, and Vegeta has him. So I'm like, okay, it seems like he was 10 feet out, but I guess he wasn't. So we start getting some really cool character dynamics here between Vegeta and Cabba. Finally, after so many episodes of this tournament, we finally get this mentor-student stuff coming back. I did think it was kind of weird how Cabba just kept calling him Master. You know, Vegeta has given him a little bit of advice, but he hasn't really trained him or been in his life really enough to warrant that title, I don't think. So I kind of thought that was a little bit weird. But it is interesting seeing Vegeta have kind of a protege, so to speak. But that is another thing that this tournament has, is that mentor-student. We had Frost and Frieza, Vegeta and Cabba, and Goku and Caulifla, which we'll get to in a second. So after Vegeta saves Cabba, he just throws him back like a freaking garbage bag and then kicks him in the gut. It's like, yeah, Cabba probably deserves this. You know, has he not been training at all during the time between the Universe 6 arc and this? Because it seems like base Vegeta is now way stronger than him, considering he easily blasted Monna back, whereas a Super Saiyan Cabba was getting easily overwhelmed. So they have a nice moment here with Vegeta saying, if you guys lose, don't worry, I'm going to resurrect you guys. Finally, we get what a character's gonna use the Super Dragon Balls for, and that's Vegeta. What a good guy he is now. But he basically motivates Cabba and says, you know, stop being a little wimp, step up for yourself, stop giving up so easily. And then he leaves, and Cabba's like, okay, I'm not gonna give up so easily. He starts getting his butt kicked by Monna again, and then we see the lightning, which I kind of wish that we didn't see that lightning before he goes Super Saiyan 2. I think it would have been a lot more dramatic if after a little while you finally see the frustration that he has with his team members losing left and right, and all that's left is the Namekians and Kale and Caulifla, and he's like, I need to step up for these guys, and I need to push myself and not give up, and then he finally goes Super Saiyan 2, but instead we got this major foreshadowing with this lightning stuff while he's getting attacked, which is fine. I just felt like it would have been more dramatic if he just went all out and we had kind of a dramatic scene of like introspection from him, which would have been even greater for his character development, which was pretty nice in this episode. So yeah, he goes SS2 and defeats Monna. Which, oh, speaking of the contrivances, Caulifla can go Super Saiyan 2, Kale's like massively powerful as well. Oh, that probably would have happened if you didn't like make Kale and Caulifla go away from the start? So the only thing that really accomplished is Cabba obtaining Super Saiyan 2 and using up all of his stamina. So while obtaining Super Saiyan 2 is a great benefit for the Universe 6 team, what happens after this makes it completely null and void and purposeless, because Frieza is hiding out in the shadows, attacks Cabba, and eliminates him. Cabba is eliminated, which puts a major damper on the whole Super Saiyan God ritual, which cannot happen anymore because now we only have 5 Saiyans in the ring. So that wraps up Cabba's character and some of the contrivances in this episode. Moving on to the side elements, and starting with Piccolo and Gohan versus the Universe 6 Namekians. Now this was a very interesting, small scuffle that they showed, and I gotta say, I'm getting pretty tired of Piccolo jobbing all the time. You know, this is my favorite character in the series, and he's just getting his ass handed to him left and right, getting his arms blown off. He hasn't really had any real shine, and now he just gets punched in the shoulder and acts like his shoulder's broken, almost gets beaten by this one Namekian, and Gohan jumps in to save him. Finally, we get a little turning of the tables there. But man, is Piccolo gonna get any shine in this tournament besides getting the crap kicked out of him? And what do these Namekians do to get so freaking powerful? Like, have they gone through multiple fusions with multiple warrior Namekians? So while it's cool to have them so powerful, Piccolo deserves better than this, guys. Moving on to Goku. He has little to no stamina. What little energy he has is mostly what Frieza gave him. Like, how much power or energy did Frieza give to him? Like, I would have assumed just enough to, like, kind of move around, you know? But no, he's jumping around, getting his ass kicked by these 3 robots. He can't really do much to defend himself. So why aren't they eliminating him? There is no reason that I can think of for these 3 robots, who are easily overpowering Goku, to not eliminate him. But we need Goku for later on in the tournament, so I just think that somebody should have jumped in to save him a little bit earlier, which finally Caulifla does. And could have done anyway if she just teamed up with Cabba and Kale against Monna. So now we're gonna get Goku versus Caulifla Part 2, and she immediately goes Super Saiyan 2. It's like, didn't Cabba just sacrifice himself so that you can save your stamina? And now you're gonna use it all against Goku because you want to train a little bit? Wow. Now, I don't hate Kale and Caulifla's character like a lot of people do. I don't really like them either. And now that the whole Universe 6 team from the Universe 6 tournament are all eliminated, all we have are the Namekians and Kale and Caulifla, which is very disappointing to me because Kale and Caulifla are very new characters and their development seems very rushed, especially with Caulifla's power-ups and Kale's Broly transformation. It just seems very contrived, rushed, and just unearned, to be honest. That is unless the hit theory is accurate, and the hit that was eliminated is his clone, because the real hit is still in his time dimension that he created. So I really don't think that's the case, but I do think that a lot of the other Dragon Ball YouTubers are too harsh on this theory. So I do think it has a little bit of merit. While I do think Cabba's elimination was more or less pointless at this point, it would have been fine if he was eliminated a little farther down the line, since he could actually use his Super Saiyan 2 after obtaining it. What I think is the dumbest thing is Goku fighting Caulifla to regain his stamina. Now, Goku has gone through such a massive battle, got his ass kicked, used up every single ounce of his power, and instead of resting or taking a 10-minute power nap, he's gonna fight? What do you guys all think of that concept? Do you think he should fight to regain stamina, or do you think he should rest? And are you looking forward to the Caulifla Goku rematch? What I am looking forward to the most is Vegeta versus Toppo. Now that is the hype for me. Both quote-unquote second fiddles. And also, do you think Vegeta is going to defeat Toppo? And if so, how easily? and vice versa for Toppo. So overall, I thought this was a well done episode for the most part, aside from those contrivances. There were some good character moments, pretty decent art and animation, and I'm super hyped for the Universe 6 Namekians versus Gohan and Piccolo, and Vegeta versus Toppo. Next episode, Goku fights Caulifla in his Super Saiyan form. How is he Super Saiyan already? I guess fighting really does regain your stamina that quickly. As always, thanks for watching and take it easy, guys.